We are live. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to wherever you are connecting us from. Thank you all for staying with our page. And we thank our viewers, our followers for always making sure our page is active. We appreciate all your efforts that you've been putting into our page for us. And today we are coming to your screens again as we always do on every Thursday. Please pardon me by my voice. I'm not that one. And to talk about our business this evening. And today we have an interesting topic to talk to our viewers about. That's time management and how it affects our business and our whole life in general. And before I forget, let me introduce myself to our viewers and our first timers on our page. My name is Frida, a Ghanaian living in Italy. I'm a stay at home mom and I run a successful digital business full time. And as you can see, I'm not here alone, I'm here with my business partners and I would like them to introduce themselves to you briefly. Sis Gracious, can you please do as they are now?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gracious. I'm a business mentor also. I originally from Nigeria, living here in Germany. It's my pleasure and privilege to be on set with you, Sister Rhoda. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sis Gracious. Sis Endurance, please introduce yourself briefly for us.
Thank you so much for tonight. Thank you, our viewers. Thank you for joining us. My name is Endurance, a Nigerian living in Germany. I'm a business owner, and I'm happy to be here tonight to discuss this tonight's very interesting topic. I hope you have a great time with us tonight.
Thank you so much for your time, for always coming to our live section wherever I invite you to my live section. And today we have an amazing topic to talk about. That's time management. How do we manage our time in terms of our daily activities, in our businesses, in our life as in general? And our life is gracious to tell us the meaning of time management and how can we effectively manage our time so well.
Okay. Thank you very much. You know, time. I will be using the definition from the dictionary. It says time management is the process of planning, organizing, and prioritizing tasks and activities to make the best use of your time. So that means that you need to prioritize your time. Your time is very precious. We all have 24 hours, right? Another
Yeah.
definition also says time management is the process of planning and exercising conscious control. That means that it's a deliberate control. You have to be deliberate about it. It's a conscious control over the amount of time spent on specific activity. That means that don't carry wasters with you. If you carry wasters with you, you not be able to achieve that, you will not be able to execute, you will not be able to plan, and you will not be able to achieve. So he said this practice aim to increase effectiveness, efficiency, and productivity. It involves setting goals, prioritizing time, and creating schedules to make the best use of your time. So it's time management cut across in whatever we are doing. Is it family? Is it school? Is it business? Is it when we go to market for shopping? Practically everything. Like over here in Germany, they are so time cautious, as in like, my God, you have to be there. When they say 9, you have to be there. You have to be there by 9. You have to, they are so, and it has really given me a good culture. it has really given me a good culture to that you have to give respect to time. The other person who gave you an appointment didn't come to sit down to wait for you to come for the appointment whenever you like. No. It was planned for, it was organized for. So you have to be there on time to achieve that goal together. Somebody is watching from Amsterdam, New Amsterdam. Thank you for watching. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. So, time management is very important. If you are like, I for one, I'm a mom of 4. As I'm talking to you right now, my kids are on their bed. We have a time that they go to bed, and that time has to be, and even if I'm not able to meet up to that time, at least maximum 30 minutes extra, you should be on their bed sleeping, because I know at so time again, they are to get off from bed, dress for school, and I shouldn't get a report from school that the kids were sleeping. I will be asked what happened. Why didn't they sleep at home? So I have to plan the time that at so time they should be able to rest. Then back as a family mom that I am, a family person that I am, we all have 24 hours, like I said. I'm also a business mentor. I'm also working. I've scheduled time for each and everything. I've planned out my time on what I want to achieve. And in doing so, it makes me effective. I know very well that at the end of the day, this is what I was able to achieve. And also, time management also involves goals, setting goals for ourselves. Time management does not really have to be 24 hours. You can say in the next 2 months, in the next 10 months, I want to achieve so and so within this this phrase that you've given. So you start working towards that thing. You start working, putting in all your energy, planning for it, organizing for it, doing processes that will help you achieve, that will help make you achieve that goal that you've set for 10 months. So also in considering time management, you evaluate yourself. At also point, you should sit down. This thing that I'm doing, how far have I gone? Have I done 10%? Have I done 20%? What's the effect so far of what I'm doing? So there's evaluation in time management. You evaluate yourself, because in evaluating yourself, it helps you to grow. It helps you to make corrections. It helps you to apply new strategies so that you know, okay, which of these strategies is working better for you in the process of evaluating what you are doing. Because actually, time management is really good. It helps us to be successful. And also set time and limits, like I just said, in a task, as in when you want to achieve something in the next 10 months. So there should be a limit. There should be a task. There should be, you know, that when that 10th month, that goal has been achieved. And also, he said you should have a list. So I have several times I'll tell myself, oh, let me just, especially my pastor, he will tell me, Gracious, if you really want to do something, if you want to make things easy for you, put them on a list. Like she said, I have a list schedule of what I want to do on that day. And as soon as I do them, I check that, yes, I've achieved this, I've achieved this, I've achieved this. He said it makes you focus. It keeps you on track. So when you have a list of to-do list for each day, yes, it helps you to be focused and more productive. And also, in having that to-do list, You will know, you prioritize which one is more important and which one requires my attention more, which one does not really requires my attention. You'll be able to understand, to they say hit the main or the on the head. As in, it, like I said, it makes you very proactive, faster, effective, and so on and so forth. So let me not just say everything, because my beautiful sister is also here to give her own comment. Thank you very much, Saroda.
Thank you so much, sis. Gracious, for such a beautiful explanation to our topic. We've learned so much from you that it helps us to be proactive in everything that we do. And once we plan our lives, at the end of the day, we'll be productive. One thing I take this evening from all what you said is the evaluation part. Because if we manage our time, we'll be able to set our goals and to be able to evaluate ourselves to know that indeed within this time frame have we been able to achieve the things that we want to achieve, and if we need more work to do, we will do it. And this comes back to our next question. If we are not able to manage our time well, what will happen to our business and what will happen to us in general in terms of productivity in our normal business and in our general life? So it is endurance, mismanagement of our time. What are the effects of it, and how does it affect our businesses and our life in general?
Thank you so much, Sister Rhoda. And thank you, Sister Gracious. Yeah, also, you said so much. The effect of not, at least some of the effects of not managing our time properly, I would look at it as the opposite of managing your time properly. All the things that Sister Gracious has said will be the opposite if we don't manage our time properly. For instance, if we don't set goals, we will not be able to achieve our objectives or the goals that we want or targets that we expect to have. If we don't set goals, we'll be easily distracted from the things we need to do. In other words, we will not accomplish much, if at all we accomplish anything. If we don't set goals, we'll find that we are busy doing so many things and doing nothing.
Yeah.
In other words, there's no priority. Anything you think that comes up, you want to do, or will be distracted. There will be no prioritization. And then also, there's one I want to talk about: self-discipline. Time management is based really on self-discipline. So, if we don't have self-discipline, we'll not be able to manage our time. Like Esther Gracious said, we all have 24 hours. What you do within 24 hours is based on what you have planned for yourself, what you have in your to-do list, like you mentioned. But if you don't have a to-do list, then it's like you have free 24 hours with nothing to do, whereas you have so much to do. So as a business person, we need to have to work with time, okay? Because if we don't work with time, we'll have a lot of stress in running our businesses. If we don't work with time, we will not meet deadlines, okay? If we don't work with time, tasks that are important, the things that we must and we should do will not be done when they should be done. You see? So sometimes we think we have so much time. Like recently, this tax returns recently, it ended on the 2nd of September in Germany. Actually, it should have ended August 31st, but because August 31st fell on a Friday, so deadline for submission was now shifted to Monday which was 2nd of September. Now there's a set deadline for this, and even though it's a very important task to do, I started it like mine. I usually do mine myself. I've started it since, almost completed it, just a few 1, 2, 3 things to do, and I kept, there's time, and I was busy with other things, and then before I knew it, it was August 31st, and I still wasn't ready. But because I knew I no longer had time, if I don't complete it, I might be fined, I might pay fine, blah blah blah, whatever. I had to. I didn't sleep throughout that Saturday night, and that Sunday early morning before I completed it and submitted it, to meet the deadline. Why was that? It's because I did not take it as a priority. Whereas tax returns, tax issue is very serious in Germany, you know. So that is what not planning, not having a good time management involves. You get distracted, you don't prioritize tasks, you don't set deadlines, you don't meet deadlines, you don't achieve your goals. In fact, the consequences are huge. And for a business owner like us, the implications are uncountable. It simply means if you can bring down your business, can kill your business. That is the truth about poor time management. And that is why we need to take it as a very serious issue in our business. Like we said, we need to set time limit. We need to have a to-do list, which means creating a schedule. Sometimes I do it. I write. I have my piece of paper. I have to do this today, just like statutory questions. So then you tick, tick, tick. But sometimes there's just no time, or you are too tired to do some of these things, which is normal. So, but when one is too tired, the point is, are we ever too tired to make money? I don't think anyone is ever too tired to make money. We need money. So we need
Yeah.
to make the time to do the things that will make us make money, you know. Um, so, like I said, everything that works, that time management helps us to achieve, we will not achieve if we don't manage time. I'll stop there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sis Endurance. One thing that we know, all that you said is when you break it in an economic sense, like scale of preference, you have
Mhm.
to prioritize the things that need to be done early in terms of managing our time. So once you draw your scale of preference, that this is the most important things on top, going downwards to the last one, we'll be able to plan our lives well. And in our business, if we don't plan and if we don't put conscious efforts, like this gracious said, that time management is planning, doing things consciously. If you don't plan consciously on our business, you might fail as business partners. In every business, if you don't plan your time well, you will fail. Because at the end of the day, the productivity of the day will be zero if you don't plan our time well. If you don't put things in place, our business will run down. People will not even trust us because we are not able to deliver on time. And since you are dealing with human beings, we need to build trust. And if you are not able to manage our time well, we are not able to deliver on time to our clients, to our business partners, we will lose trust, and at the end of the day we will lose our businesses with them too. So time management is very, very important in our businesses, in our daily lives, in every aspect of our life. If we bring it back to our running an online business, it all bounds back to managing our time so well. If you are not able to manage our time so well, we will not be able to post on social media as we are supposed to post on social media. We're not able to meet our business partners and talk business with them as we've been able to book to talk to them about our businesses. We'll not be able to deliver on time because we are dealing with human beings. And once we are working on social media, we might have clients all over the world, and we are not able to manage our time so well. Time that we need to talk to our business partners, we are doing something other, one thing or the other. This will lose trust. They might see us that we are not serious about our business, and we'll lose clients and business partners. This will bring our productivity at the end of the day zero, and this will bring our businesses down. So time management is very important to each and every one of us. And we are wrapping our live session to an end. We would like His gracious to invite all of us to our live webinar tonight.
Thank you
So
very
I
much.
have a question.
Okay.
Sorry, let me just. What will you? How would you advise someone who works, maybe has multiple jobs, working for somebody like Sister Gracious? We say we work to enrich someone else. Why can't we work for ourselves? But there are many people in this same in this position who work very hard to earn their pay, monthly pay or weekly pay, whichever way. and but they want to do their business also, their online business, but they are usually because of the multiple jobs they do, they are usually so tired. They hardly have time to build this business that is really close to their heart, that they want to do for themselves. How would you advise them to cope? What do you think are some of the tips or tricks that they can employ to overcome this is it weakness in pursuing their own goals? What would you say to them? How would you advise them?
Okay. Thank you very much for asking this question. I'm going to bring in some they are not my experience, but they are other people, real life experience of people.
Mm-hmm.
I know of one lady who is doing this business. She can't work for anybody again because she's not fit to work for anybody anymore.
Mm.
I mean, her head right now is not for working for anybody, but rather for herself.
Okay.
Then she said all the while she was working for people, how she was so dedicated, committed, and zealous, and like this work, if I don't do it, that means that somebody is not going to live again.
Mm.
But as soon as the same work gave her this health condition that she's having now,
Mm.
but the same work did not realize it. All they could say was that she was not somebody who is not sick. What do you expect? Not be effective anymore.
That's true.
Gradually, her head started telling on her. And has to finally take. She said, in fact, she did an operation. She has a metal in her one of her parts. Okay. Now back to the question you said. Please, our viewers, please don't get me wrong. I am also working. My point is that we are so zealous and committed in building somebody else's empire. We just spoke about time management. You have to manage that time. You have to know what works for you, because the truth is that one day, there is always a one day your services will not be required anymore, and before that one day come, you have to be conscious, plan. That is where the planning now comes. That is where the consciousness comes. That is where the preparation comes. That at so time at this, I will stop working. If you were doing, like you said, multitasking, there are so many who are doing 3 jobs, 4 jobs. And another thing is this greed. That job, must you do the 4th one?
Or even the 3rd one.
Must you do the 4th one? Because of the money, you cannot just take your eyes off the money. At least use that 4th one to do your own. Use that 4th one, that 4th job that you are using, that you are doing use that time to do your own. At least you are getting something from the 1st, from the 2nd, from the 3rd. Save some money aside. This is where the time planning, in time management, there is planning. So you start planning the money you want to keep aside. I don't know if I answered this question. Thank you.
I think so. I think so. In other words, if you can make time for the jobs you do, you also need to make time for this business that you want to own.
Yes.
Why? Because this is the business that will see you through when you are not able to work for anybody else anymore. This is a business that even when you're able to work, you have chosen that from this period on, I want to work for myself. I want to build my wealth. I want to grow my wealth. So we need to make the time to build this business that's going to be the life changer, because we've been working for 20, 30 years for someone else, and we are still like the month the salary is not paid, we are practically we are scared. We'll not be able to pay our rent. We'll not be, that's to tell us that something is wrong somewhere. This monthly pay can really give us the kind of life we want to live. So we need to build our own wealth. We need to work towards creating our own wealth. And that means putting in the time and the effort required to do this. Sometimes, no matter how tired we are, we still get up. Somehow, we still manage to get up to go do our normal employed jobs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's our own, we make all excuses. Oh, I'm tired. I want to sleep. Oh, okay. Those are the things we tell ourselves, and then we don't do what we need to do. But we're encouraging us today that we need to put in the time and the effort. We need to put in the energy that our business needs to grow. The person you are working for today did not just wake up one morning and the company just started. He built it from it grew from little to big. So that is how we too need to grow our business so that one day we will be the one employing people. Maybe you understand. We'll be the one giving people a source of hope that they too can make it. So that is what is important, that we make time for our business. We must make time for our business. It's not a question of whether I like it or not, whether if I like, do it if I like. No, we have no option but to make that time uh, for our business so that it will grow. I'm glad that I learned several things tonight. I pray that I use it, put it into my own business building also. Thank you, Sister Gracious. Thank you, Sister Rhoda.
Okay, just to quickly answer the question, Sarah. Today is our webinar. Make our time. Today we said time management, so plan out your time. It's 2 a.m. here in Europe. If you are living in Canada, US, then over there is 5 p.m. So it's very convenient. You might be at work. You can use your phone and just use your ear to listen to what they are saying. And for you to have that access, it's on our website. Our website is there. Register with any of us, with your valid name and email address, and all the information will be given to you. It's this, we all went through this webinar. That is where the foundation of those business is. That is where you will get to decide, to plan out, to take that decision, to set that goal. If you are ready to own a business online and work for yourself while you are also working for other people, you are planning out on how to start your own business. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sis Endurance. Thank you, Sis Gracious, for such a wonderful section tonight. I know our viewers have learned a lot. Even with the panelists here, we've learned a lot from each other, from all the contributions that you said. That we need to plan our lives well so that our business will grow. And one thing that you said that it touches my heart is once you're busy building someone's empire, we need to think about our own future. That the multitasking work that we are doing, we need to let go of some and build our own so that at the end of the day, we'll be able to leave all the work and enjoy our freedom as our financial freedom. As we've seen the rich people in the world, they didn't. Rome was not built in a day. It took a process. The same thing bounce back to our businesses that we are doing. Even the company that we are working for, they didn't start one day and it was big like this. It started
Mm.
from somewhere and gradually it became so huge like we are seeing it, having multiple employees and other stuff. So if we start building our own company, our own business from now, and it will get to a time it will be so huge like some other people are enjoying the benefits right now. So I really learned a lot, and I hope our viewers and you put it into practice to grow our businesses and our lives in general. We are wrapping up our lives. We thank you all for staying tuned to through with us. 29 minutes is not an easy job to do. We thank you all for staying with us, and we know you've learned a lot, and we know you will take action tonight. You join our live session tonight, and your life will never be the same. God bless you all for staying with now. We'll see you same time next week. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.